And welcome to No Bad Days, Lake Havasu. Today, the wife and I are headed out onto the Bridgewater Channel to chill for a bit. It is Saturday, June 27th. Just got done with a busy Father's Day weekend last week, and sandwiched right in between the next busy weekend, which is going to be the 4th of July, our 250th birthday of our great nation. Coming up here next week, it will be packed then, and we'll make sure that we've got some good video for you. Um, Today we're starting off on our slip over by the Great London Bridge. This view here is actually traveling south towards Thompson Bay. Just doing a little cruise around before we head up north, actually, which is where we're going to stay for the first part of our trek today, up near Lake Havasu State Park. Nice little white sandy beach area. This here, that's the London Bridge Resort across the way. There's the Heat Hotel. Javelina Cantina's back there behind. And that's a great captain right there, if I do say so myself. So here we are. This is Lake Havasu State Park. We're beached up against the beach side, looking over onto the island side, just watching the traffic go back and forth. We brought our doggy Igor with us today. Now, the dogs are not allowed on the beach itself, but you can have them on the boat and in the water. And you see a little bit later, our wife is throwing the stick for the dog, which he will do for hours. A couple sea doers going by here. Nice, dude. What's this for? Yeah, boo. So you see it's kind of busy today. Those who are not familiar with the channel, this is just kind of busy. It will just be lined with boats, and there will be a literal non-stop parade of boats going back and forth come next weekend. We were out last 4th of July for just a little bit, and the smell of fuel and the noises, it can get a little much. Just depends what kind of action you're going for. This guy here, you're going to see him a few times in this video, just being unsafe. I know he wants to get out there and swim and have fun, but he was jumping off the back of his boat and diving into the water, staying under for a little bit of time, popping up, swimming out deep into the channel, which I get it. We want to enjoy the river, but in the first place, swimming is actually not allowed in the channel. You can swim like between your boats and such and stay in the water, but swimming across or deep out in the channel is actually against the law and not advised. And the big reason is because boats like this are coming by. And these guys are trying to keep an eye out. Good captains are looking ahead, looking behind, looking around. But they're not. Their head's on a swivel, but they're not always seeing everything. And they could turn just a little bit. Somebody like that jumps out in the water, you don't see them, and that's a disaster waiting to happen. We'll comment again when he comes up a little bit later in this video. This guy's backing up kind of hot. Now, I've done that a couple times too. Sometimes you got to back up quick to get into position and get right into the train of boats that are coming by, but there's really no traffic right then. He had no reason to, and you really got to. Better practice just to kind of back up slowly, but who knows what he was looking at. He was safe. As you can see, there will be all kinds of boats in this town. Vessels like this, of course, the personal watercraft, sea-doos, wave runners, and such. A lot of pontoons and tritoons. Here he is again. So this is actually not permitted, swimming out in the channel like that. And you're going to see he's going to go under. Now he's under right there, and there could be a boat passing through that does not know he's there, like that. And although he's not right on top of him, he's too close for comfort for me. Don't know why he didn't understand that or didn't even notice that himself, but that's another popular boat out here, these wakeboard boats. See a lot of them out on this lake. Get out there and they're wake surfing and wakeboarding. Fun to watch. I'm not into it, but like to each his own. This guy's doing it just right. From the north to the south end of the channel and all the way out to the end of Thompson Bay is a no-wake zone. And this guy's cruising through just the right speed, not kicking up any wake. You're not supposed to break water on the front of your boat, and not supposed to kick up wake behind you. And it's not easy. It's a long distance between the beginning and the end of the channel, and people get impatient, and they want to get through it. It gets hot out there, but there's a reason for it. When you start kicking up that wake, and it can break boats free from the beaches, creates a lot of water washing up on the sterns of the boats. There it goes again. I mean, I get it. Just out there having fun in the water, but look how far out he comes and how long he's underneath. It would not take long for a boat to come right up on top of him. Look at that. He's swimming out even farther. It almost looks like he's swimming to that boat and then under. Wow. Fortunately, we saw them leave that day, and he made it through that day safely. But if that's a common practice for him, eventually that's not going to work out. Well, these guys are having fun. There's a lot of people on that boat. I know these wakeboard boats can hold a lot of people, but man, as a captain, first of all, I'd have them all sitting down. And technically, they are supposed to be sitting in that boat right now. But also, I don't know, that's a lot of people to have keep a watch on when you're out there on the lake and the river. And as a captain, you are responsible for everybody on that boat. There's a lot of responsible boaters out there, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people who should not be let by a boat. There's also a lot of rental companies out there, and a lot of them, here's Igor, who's like a boy. A lot of the rental companies do a good job of instructing the people how to drive and captain the boat, but time is money, and I know a lot of them just want to get them out there on the water, get them going, and there are some people who just haven't absorbed the knowledge that they need to operate a boat safely on the water. And as a father raising 4 girls out on the river for over 30 years, I've seen a lot of mishaps and a lot of real bad accidents, and it really frustrates you when somebody gets out there, doesn't operate a boat correctly, and it could be your kids that are put at risk. These folks are chilling, as is the wifey on the swim step of our boat. These boats here, look cool. They're fast out there, but I tell you, with that low freeboard, you get out on that lake and the waves can kick up, but I don't know, I want a little bit more distance between the top edge of my boat and the water myself. But that's me. And that's why we own a pontoon. We've had all kinds of boats throughout 30 some years, and I am loving the Tri-Tune right now. It just, you get out on a busy lake, the waves are kicking up, and it just plows right over them. You get family in there, not like taking too many people, but whatever family you got room for them, the coolers, towels, bags, and plenty of room to move it around. You're not climbing all over everybody. Now this here, you guys gotta tell me, is this something you do? I have never really sat in the lake when I'm out there to chill and started cleaning my boat. I may have fixed a little spot or cleaned something off that spilled, but I see this a lot. Guys out there and they're wiping down the whole boat, polishing it, shining it. They have their cans of spray out and clean it all up. I don't know. That's just not me. I just wonder how many of you out there do this. Or you take a little time each trip and just clean that boat down. One of the nice things about the channel is, besides a wide variety of boats, we also get a wide variety of other activities. We got a couple paddleboarders here, We get kayaks, canoes, pedal boats, so many different things. And it's really kind of cool to see. Sometimes I'll take Igor down for a walk at the channel, and this is the kind of stuff that dominates the activity on the channel. Not as many boats, maybe a few beach. Oh, it's a couple, but a lot of that stuff. You can just tell people really enjoy it because, like I said, no wake. It's a long distance, so you can get a lot of exercise, just a lot of pleasure time in taking your paddleboard, your kayak, whatever you got up and down the channel here. Igor's on a break right now from throwing the ball or stick, and he's being a little impatient. He's sitting back here while I'm filming, and just keeps nudging me and kind of pushing his stick into the water because he wants me to throw it. We'll do it a little bit later, or Jess will. Oh, somebody's a happy camper there. We sat on the beach today for, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 hours before we left to take a cruise down the channel, which we'll show you. And during that time, we have people coming and going. People will just pull up, beach it next to you, get out and refresh themselves in the water, maybe have a drink or two, get some lunch, then go back out. Other people will be there all day long. That's a nice big boat. And they're back. We're fairly close right here to the north end of the channel where it opens up in a little bay, and then the 5 mile an hour zone or no wake zone ends, and then you're out in the main part of the lake. One of these days I'm going to have AI help me and run this video through it and have them calculate up how much the total value of boats are in this video, or one like it, because there is a lot of money out there. These wakeboard boats here, my daughter was looking at one that was sitting in a boat slip near us, popped it up on Google, and it came up between $380,000 and $500,000. And wifey and I were looking at buying a new Tri-Tune. I couldn't find anything that I liked, but bare minimum 150. And we go to some of the boat shows locally here in Havasu, and they're 300 grand to find what you really want. I just We didn't spend that on our house in Havasu years ago. I just cannot see spending $300,000 on a boat. But if you got the money, go for it, man. God bless you. We bought our Tri-Tune used. It was about 15, 16 years old when we bought it. There's Igor. Now he's having fun. JJ gave in, decided to go ahead and throw that stick for him. So you see, they're not allowed on the actual sandy beach up there, so we just try to keep them. We got the little uh, port side door on the Tri-Tune he hops in and out of, and then we just keep him in the water. He stays nice and cool. It's only about 100 degrees out today. Some of you, when you watch this phone, me, only 100. Trust me, 100 is cool out here. And we went the entire month of June. We got a few days left in the hundreds. Um, but you know what? You go from your air conditioned car to an air conditioned store or your home or out on the lake, and you always get an opportunity to stay cool. And that's what Igor likes to do. Hey, good boy. I'm not sure who loves me best. There's a nice Tri-Tune there. All right, so we pulled off the beach. We're going to, Jess is in control of the camera now, and we're going to cruise down the channel, kind of give you an idea of what you'd see if you came down here. A typical Saturday. All these boats are lined up just across from where we were beached. This is the island side. All this years ago, 50 years ago, I forget exactly right now, but this was all land. And when McCulloch bought the London Bridge and had it shipped over, he built the bridge first, put it all together piece by piece. And one of our videos will go over the history, the detailed history of that. But built the bridge, put it together, then they opened up the channel, which made this an island here on the right-hand side of the screen. So now we're coming down. We just passed through the London Bridge. That is the London Bridge Resort right there. A couple great restaurants and bars and such in there. They got a lot of boat slips. That's a golf course right next to it, condos and such. We're cruising through. I don't know if you can tell, but when we were shooting this, the guy in the bow of that boat standing up and just dancing his little heart away. Now we're getting into the party part of the channel. Even a few more boats in this area. You're going to see some of these pontoons here beached on the right and left. They don't have any engines or anything on them. There's a rental company in town that just rents the bare pontoons, like these little party tunes. No engine, he has a little boat, he tugs them out, beaches them, and you just bring your own drinks and your own fun. See everybody just all lined up. And like I said, next 4th of July weekend, these people will start lining up literally 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and beaching their boats to make sure that they have a spot for 4th of July. And it will just be, like here you can see people, now that's a emergency area there, that's why people can stand there on the beach and just hang out. But you see how people are like hanging out in between the boats. That won't be happening on 4th of July. There will be no space between these boats. And you really do have to be careful. I mentioned earlier about the exhaust. You really got to be careful because what happens, these guys come in here and they're all cranking their stereos, and some of them, to avoid their batteries from dying, they will fire up their outdrives. No props going or anything like that, but just fire up the engines, keep them going to charge the batteries. Well, the problem is, 2 problems. 1, you're creating exhaust in the channel in general. And 2, where does everybody hang out? At the stern of the boat. Right there where all the exhaust is pouring out. And believe it or not, when I'm patrolling with the local police department on the boats, I'm a volunteer, we patrol pretty closely to the sterns of these boats and watch for that. And that's one of the first things we warn people that they got to do. They got to shut those things off because it's dangerous for obviously the people right there at the back, but everybody in the channel. There are sensors along the sidewalks all up and down the channel that read the fumes, and we have meters in our boats that connect to them and tell us how toxic the air is. Sometimes we have to shut the channel down and not allow any boats through for a certain period of time until it dissipates, and then we'll open it back up. Those little red areas you see there on the wall, that is for emergency vehicles. So us with our police boats, the sheriff department, and of course fire. You are not allowed to moor your boat there. We're coming up near the south end of the channel here. You can always tell because there's a little piece of that beach that pokes right out, and you got to kind of go navigate around that. It used to be a lot shallower there, and a year or so ago they went through and graded it and brought it down a little bit. And you can get a little closer than you used to, but it's not advised just because a lot of people tend to swim there. No boats are allowed to park there, but a lot of people swim out and stuff. And obviously you want to avoid that. You don't want to get close to the people standing out in the water when you got a prop spinning out there. Straight ahead there we see those 3 palm trees and a cluster of boats and people. That is Rotary Park. And it's a large park. You have everything from a skate park to playgrounds, baseball fields. But this is obviously the beach side. You can park your boat there as well. Very popular place for people to hang out. And there's our sheriff's department. Trolling through the channel, keeping everybody safe. This spot here gets a little tricky on the busy weekends because you got everybody coming in and coming out of the channel, and it's a narrow pathway, and they don't always go single file. Sometimes they get 2, 3 boats wide as they're passing through, and it gets a little precarious. So you just gotta, like I said, keep your head on a swivel. That was another sheriff's boat that just passed by there. And that is a little look at Lake Havasu. At nighttime, you'd see it all lit up, the lights from the town. Over there, that's the marina and the nautical inn. All this stuff we'll cover in future videos and such. And there's Igor. He cannot chill on the boat. It's very rare that you'll just find him sitting back, sleeping, or curled up on one of those cushions. He just likes to stand up and look at the front of the boat, see everything that's going on, and then walk back to me. I'll pet him a little bit, and he'll walk back up front. Okay, so we turned around, and we are heading back northbound on the channel. Like I said, we just came through here. We normally would have just gone back and called it a day, but we wanted to give you guys a look at what some parts of the channel looked like. This guy here is kind of not a great move. He cut right in front of that personal watercraft there, and he's kind of moving kind of quickly. I guess he wanted his spot on the beach. Oh, Igor knows he's going home. Oh no, I think we spent about 4 hours there today. Beautiful day. You can see clear skies. We had a little bit of wind, but not too bad. It can be pretty windy out here. But you can see the tops of those palm trees are blowing a little bit right now. But it was a pretty nice day. We did not head out outside the island, so I can't speak for what the water was like out there. It's one of the nice things about having the boat slip here. We can just head on down to the English village, hop in the boat, cruise the channel for a few hours, or just beach it for a few hours, and then go back home. And it's great living out here. We love it. Hopefully you guys will come out to visit us one day. Till then, see you on our next video. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.